We're back, and it's time now for our Legal Difference segment with Neblett, Beard, and Arsenault. Attorney Willie Neblett joining us today as we continue our discussion on some steps you need to take after a car accident and what you need to know. So, Willie, welcome to the show, and thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Kind of new for you, huh?
Yeah, this is new for me.
You were telling me a minute ago, we were talking, an interesting background. You were a peach farmer, huh?
That's correct. I farmed peaches for 10 years. I had an agriculture background initially, and then went back to law school, and now I'm an attorney.
Yeah, that's what motivated the switch from peach farming to
we had a
lawyer?
We had a couple of freezes in a row, and I had a couple of children, so I went back to school.
Yeah, need to feed some mouths. Yeah,
exactly.
And how long have you been with NBA, Willie?
Right at 30 years.
So yeah, you've been around for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been talking about car accidents, what people need to know, and what they should do afterwards. Just recap a little bit what Wes touched on last week for us.
Okay. Well, just you need to make sure if you're in an accident to determine if anybody's injured, and make sure before you exit your vehicle that it's safe to do so. And call 911, or if somebody is injured, make sure there's an ambulance that comes. And then if you're injured, make sure you get some help. Go get checked out, make sure everything's okay.
And another thing we had touched on also about taking pictures and checking on witnesses.
Correct. So
you need to be prepared.
Yeah. So if there is witnesses there, get their name, number. If you have a phone, you take pictures of the accident and that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on a little bit now. We touched on injuries and should I seek care for my injuries? What's the steps you need to take as far as that's concerned?
Yeah. If you're injured, you need to go to a doctor, first of all, just to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
And second of all, to make sure everything is documented. If you don't have it documented, you're not going to get compensated for it.
So that's really important, and make sure you have the documentation.
Correct.
All right. Willie, if you have some injuries and you miss work, touch on that a little bit, what you need to do.
Okay. If you can't go to work because of your injuries, make sure your doctor gives you a work excuse. And then you need to inform your employer and give him a copy of that excuse so he doesn't think you're just not showing up.
Yeah, that's a good point. That you have a reason for not being there at work.
Exactly. And then we give our clients a work loss verification form, and their employer fills it out, and that way we collect for lost wages. Okay.
We talked about the importance of documentation. So what type of records do we need to keep if we're injured in a car accident?
Pretty much everything that's related to the accident. You need your medical bills, medical records, discharge summaries. If you get a bill from the ambulance, if you go by ambulance to the doctor, you need that. If you get something from the adjuster before you hire an attorney, we need that. It'll have the claim number, the adjuster's name, and that type of stuff.
Yeah. And when you do have a car accident, one of the first things you really need to do is get in touch with your insurance company.
Absolutely. Sure. Just let them know you've been in an accident, whether it was your fault or not.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to want to take a statement, but if you do that, it's nice to have an attorney there with you.
How long should you hold on to all that documentation you collect?
As long as you have a claim out there. And you need to make sure if you hire an attorney that they have everything that you have, because you may go to the hospital and there'll be 3 different bills. An anesthesiologist bill, a hospital bill, radiologist bill, or something of that nature, or ER doctor bill. It's all billed separate.
Right. Willie, in your work at NBA, what have you covered mostly? Personal injury has been your specialty?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Personal injury.
Okay. If somebody needs to get in touch with you at Neblett, Beard, and Arsenault, what's the best way? The phone number?
It's 561-2500. Of course, that's 318. And they can go to our website and get in touch with us also.
There you go. Willie, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Peach farming to working as a lawyer. Interesting.
Yeah.
Good story. We've got more to come, so stick around on this Thursday morning.
Soldiers deployed.